So, tell me the duck story.
My father was the kind of man who would turn life's lemons into lemonade. I remember when my mum was diagnosed with cancer on my 10th birthday that my dad decided to build a lemonade stand to raise the money for her medical bills. Everything looked like it was on track to save my mum until that duck arrived.
We first learnt about the duck when the precinct received a phone call from a local lemonade stand owner. He'd been complaining that some duck had been harassing him daily.
I remember the first time my dad mentioned the duck. My dad had never had a problem with ducks before.
It was uncovered that the duck had actually been doing this to another store owner. In fact, a whole network of them.
The duck would come to the lemonade stand and ask for grapes, even though my father had already told him he didn't have any grapes.
No matter where this duck went, their MO was the same. He would approach the owner, ask for grapes, and when they didn't have any, he would waddle away to his next victim.
It was after that my dad started drinking.
What did he do with those grapes? We never found out.
He didn't want the grapes. It was never about the grapes for the duck. It was about power and control.
All of a sudden the duck went missing.
And that was worse than when the duck was around. First because my dad didn't know if he was safe, then because he didn't know who he was without the duck. My dad wasn't the same person anymore. He became angry, withdrawn. I remember one time we went to the park and my dad attacked this grandma who was feeding ducks, and he never attacks elderly women. It wasn't the same duck. He didn't care.
We tried to look into it and follow up, but the breadcrumb trail went cold.
And then my dad found him online.
Facebook, something that we neglected to try.
He'd moved on from the grapes, but my father never did.
That's when he decided to take matters into his own hands.
And I guess he tracked him down.
It was a dark day.
The duck had it coming, if you ask me.
The suspect entered the duck's residence at the crack of dawn. He drunkenly entered the duck's bedroom. He was brandishing a firearm. He unloaded one shot on the duck. And that's when the suspect had turned the weapon on himself.
My dad had called me a few weeks earlier, drunk and rambling. He was saying something about, "Oh, that fucking duck is done for. I'm gonna kill him, and then I'm gonna kill his family, and then I'm gonna kill myself." Which I thought was strange, because my dad never threatened murder-suicide before.
At the end of the day, who do we blame for this tragedy? The lemonade store owner? Maybe. The duck? Maybe. The police department? No. Definitely not. We shouldn't, and we can't, we won't.
That duck ruined my family's life.
It was just one of those things. No one is at fault. This is no one's fault.
Yeah, I am sorry. I'm sorry that duck ever waddled up to my dad's lemonade stand.